It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 30th day of March. Coming to you live on location from Cozumel, Mexico. I am at the Cafe Promenade on Adventure of the Seas. Of course, on the Grand Promenade is my actual location today. After the show today, I will be going ashore and making my way over to the infamous No Name Bar and the more infamous Elizabeth on location, who will be getting there about the same time I do after she goes through some kind of a test this morning for her soon joining of the Carnival ship. I will let her tell you about when she gets there today. So anyway, today, folks, the 30th day of March is National Take a Walk in the Park Day. So I highly recommend all of you, for your mental health and your physical health, go take a walk. If you have a dog, take the dog for a walk. But get out in one of the lovely parks somewhere around where you guys live. That would be awesome to do today. All right, we got some cruise ships sailing from North American ports today. Up in New York, Manhattan, we got the Norwegian Gem getting underway. Port Everglades, we've got the Enchanted Princess, Queen Mary 2, and the Eurodam. Out in San Diego, the Disney Wonder. Today's headlines, which we'll be getting to in a minute. A celebrity launches a new all-inclusive campaign. Tampa Rebound continues. Oceania Sirena resumes service. Sea trials underway for the Disney Wish. World's longest non-stop flight updated. A Disney deal? Sweet. And a crystal auction in the makings. Much more live here this morning at 11 on Travel and Cruise Industry News. If you're listening to this via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog. It gets posted within minutes of the show every day. Can be accessed by just going to accessadventure.net. You can click on that and go directly to the day's podcast, or you can find it at any of the major places where you find podcasts. Anything from Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pandora, TuneIn, Spotify, all of them. To search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and you'll find the old fat travel guy. So, Pittsburgh Jason asked me today, he said, do a panorama of where you're live streaming from. I said, okay, I'll do a panorama. So I did. I thought it was a good idea, and I used it, stuck it on Facebook here to help promote the show today. Let's see if it plays. I'm not sure about the stream, but we'll see. All right, set up here at the Cafe Promenade for today's show. I'm trying to give you a little idea of what my office looks like today. That's, of course, the car in the background at Cafe Promenade. And on up the promenade there. That would be the coffee station, the baristas, and Ben & Jerry's, which is part of Cafe Promenade. And then on this side of the room, we got shops. But it is just a lovely setting here. It's reasonably quiet. We're going to try the show here. I mean, there's a little background noise over at Cafe Promenade, but not too bad. And they've already opened the gangways, so people are going off the ship for Cozumel, so there won't be quite as much traffic here as normal. Oops. As has happened a couple times when we've done the shows, they're doing their emergency drill today. So we're going to hear that in the background. So you never know about these things. So we'll hear some announcements. They've started the emergency drill. At least I'm not right outside the closet like we were on, what ship was that? That was on, maybe on Freedom of the Seas. We were literally right outside the closet where they had to, everybody had to run and get their walkie-talkies and things. Oh, that was a disaster. But anyway, as always, folks, if you are listening to the podcast and want to jump over and check out some of the video clips or pictures that I show, the description of the podcast will always have a link to the video feed. Yesterday I started drawing some conclusions specifically between Adventure of the Seas and Meraviglia, since that was the ship I was on, 2 weeks ago now, or almost 2 weeks ago. But I thought maybe I'd expand that and compare, do a little bit of comparison with all the 5 ships that I've been on since I restarted in February. And there are a couple ones that came to mind. Last night at dinner, I had chicken parm, and I've had that on 3 of the 5 ships. Adventure gives you more quantity of pasta. It was a much bigger portion. The chicken was about the same size, but the Adventure of the Seas was much drier and needed more sauce, which we got, and that helped it some. It was still good, but the Meraviglia was far better on their chicken parm, even though there was much less quantity of food. Perhaps the biggest difference between MSC and Royal Caribbean to me is the drink package. On all 3 of the MSC ships, I got the plus package, which cost me $99 for the cruise. Now it didn't cover everything, but it covered, like on the 2 ships that had my Elijah Craig, that was covered. On the Meraviglia that didn't have the Elijah Craig, it covered several bourbons, so I didn't have any problem with having my bourbon and Diet Coke. Of course, I had the Diet Coke on all the ships, any quantity of that. It also covered, the $99 covered my Brandy Alexanders, my Bloody Marys, and Pina Coladas. So what more could I want? If I had more expensive drinks, I didn't really need them and didn't care about it. There was a more expensive package on MSC. Now, to do anywhere near that on Royal, it's $84 a day. Now, I'm on Adventure of the Seas for 9 days. At $84 a day, that'd be $756 just to drink like I drank for $99 for the whole cruise on MSC. I can't drink $756 worth of booze and function in the course of a cruise. So it's just not worth it for me to spend that extra money. Doesn't mean I'm not having adult beverages. I am. I had 2 with dinner last night, but so they cost me $10 a piece. It goes on my account. At the end of the week, say I have 9 days. Let's say even if I do 3 a day, over and above my Diet Cokes, 3 a day, so that'll be $30 times 9 for $270. 4 a day would be $360. That's still a whole lot cheaper than $756. So that to me is a major difference between the 2 lines. So a couple other things before I jump over to the news side of things today. And real quickly, I'll just touch base on this. Last night in the Schooner Bar was a Elton John tribute by Piano Man Allen, and it was awesome. Let's see if a little bit of that will play. I'm not going to play the whole thing.
After twisting the lights going
Anyway, that was Piano Man Alan, and I'm not sure how long that went on. It was packed with people. Really good, very enjoyable. Sidetracked me from making it to the show last night, which I had planned on doing. And I sat there for a good bit of time. It was really great. The other thing that was kind of cool, if you've been on this ship before, you're familiar with the Viking Crown Lounge, which is up on, what is that, deck 14, I think it is. It's no longer the Viking Crown Lounge. It's now the Blue Moon, and the views are awesome.
This is deck 14, the Viking Crown Lounge. This is as high as she goes on this ship, overlooking the main pool area. The sky bar down there, the pool bar beneath that, and then the Gulf.
That's from the Blue Moon, it's now called. So, all right, guys, I will be back with today's news after a word from one of our network sponsors. All right, on with today's news. Celebrity Cruises has launched a new advertising campaign to promote all-inclusive cruising, but it's not what many travelers may think. While the luxury cruise line is known for its all-included amenities, this campaign focuses not on the features of a cruise ship or packages available to purchase, but on the travelers themselves to illustrate that cruising is the ideal vacation getaway for everyone. This kind of perked me up because of my dealings with accessibility issues and handicapped folks, and trying to make it easier for all of that audience to cruise. Celebrity Cruises is spearheading the project to update and diversify travel advertising, named the All-Inclusive Photo Project. The campaign recognizes the need to improve the representation of all people who travel in marketing materials. Well-known and respected photographers are part of the project, creating the world's first free-to-use open-source travel image library. The stunning new images feature the work of acclaimed photographers such as renowned portraitist Anne Leibovitz, Giles Dooley, an English documentary photographer and a triple amputee, Naomi Green, a Black queer New York-based photographer, and Jared Singh, an Australian-based photographer, filmmaker, and creative director. The collection features models, musicians, athletes, artists, activists, refugees, and more. These individuals are at the forefront of diversity from underrepresented groups, and the new marketing photos show them enjoying the diversity of celebrity ships and destinations the cruise lines visit. Project participants include individuals who have represented diversity and inclusiveness in their respective areas literally for years. So, a new project from Celebrity dealing with diversity of the guests. More and more guests are finding their way to Port Tampa to set sail on a cruise. The difference between last year, when cruises just started again, is almost double the number of passengers boarding a cruise ship. All three big cruise companies currently have ships sailing from Tampa: Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Norwegian. Each call from one of the big cruise ships is responsible for $300,000 in economic impact, plus brings additional jobs and income to local entrepreneurs. Before the pandemic, 1.1 million guests sailed from Tampa each year. While the port doesn't expect this year's numbers to reach that strength, it does expect they'll return to that capacity by next year. Carnival Cruise Line is operating 2 ships, the Paradise and Carnival Pride. Royal Caribbean now has Brilliance of the Seas. Celebrity Cruises has Celebrity Constellation. Norwegian Cruise Line has the Norwegian Dawn, all currently sailing from Tampa. Oceana Sirena has resumed service for Oceana Cruises in Bridgetown, Barbados. The ship sailed on a 14-night transatlantic crossing to Spain. The voyage includes calls in 5 different ports in the Caribbean, the Atlantic, and Europe, such as St. Lucia, St. Cruz, Tenerife, and Gibraltar. Upon arriving in Europe in early April, the Sirena is set to kick off its summer program, which comprises sailings to both the Eastern and Western Mediterranean. Disney Wish, which is Disney Cruise Line's brand new ship under construction at the Meyer Werft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany, has left the shipyard this morning and is heading off for technical and nautical sea trials in the North Sea. Wish has started a 10-plus hour river conveyance across the Ems River toward Emden at around 8 a.m. local time this morning. The maneuver began with the passage of the Papenburg dock clock. If everything goes according to plan, Disney Wish will pass the Friesen Bridge near Wiener around noon. During the night, the ship should arrive at the Ems Barrage near Gonstersen. The cruise ship will then head to Eemshaven in the Netherlands, where it will be fully equipped. According to the shipyard, there's about 750 people on board. That surprised me. Singapore Airlines currently operates the longest flights in the world, a whopping 9,527-mile nonstop from New York to Lion City. Singapore Airlines also operates the second longest flight in the world, a 2-mile shorter 5-time weekly hop from Newark to Singapore, and the third longest flight from Los Angeles to, you guessed it, Singapore. Actually, I'm not sure I'd want to fly that long, but maybe one day. All right, attention to all you Disney fans out there. There's a magical deal that's been kicked about here today. Flights from Orlando to Los Angeles and vice versa, where you can visit Disney World and Disneyland in a single round trip. Fly from LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, to Orlando International Airport for as little as $168. How about that? Or start at Orlando and fly to LAX starting at $178, depending on the airlines. And the 3 majors are participating. American, Delta, and wow, who was the third one? Anyway, 3 major airlines are participating in the program. Another pretty sweet deal that's out now is a pretty stout Paris in the Spring deal. It features round-trip flights to Paris from select U.S. cities, including New York, starting as low as $400. You want to go to Paris? Take a look. There we have some announcements from the drill going on. All right, getting tired of talking about this one, folks. Maybe it's coming to an end. The fleet of the insolvent Genting Hong Kong, the ships that sailed for Crystal Cruises, Dream Cruises, and Star Cruises, will likely go to auction soon. Auctions are required as part of the legal liquidation process to clear any maritime liens, necessities like fuel, wages, supplies, with priority that rank before mortgages. Upon sale at auction, the ships would be purchased free and clear of any liens. If there are no adequate bids, the mortgage holder could take a ship in exchange for their lien and try to sell it on their own for more money than the auction would have produced. But that's a little difficult because you got to deal with the ship and plus selling it. A number of parties reportedly have expressed interest in the Crystal cruise ships and some in the company as a whole. One of these partners is Manfredi Lefebvre Davido's Heritage Group, and it's confirmed that they are definitely interested in the fleet. Before liquidation, Genting Hong Kong is understood to have appointed Credit Agricole, a longtime financial partner, to sell Crystal, and this process has continued under the subsequent appointment of the joint provisional liquidators. Don't know if this is ever going to get over, but they're getting closer, I think, to having some kind of conclusion to that mess. So that's it for the news. Let's jump over and oh, that's good. That's part of the drill, folks. Don't panic. Mercy. Had no idea that was going to be that loud here, folks. And now they're explaining that that was the emergency signal. I hope that was a signal. Wow. All right. Let's go check and see who's in the chat room. And then I get to go ashore and go to No Name Bar. Hi there, Tom's with us. Hey, hi there. Any news on the damage to Escape? No, all they said was that just like, we reported yesterday from the information you got me, is that next cruise is canceled. Still don't know about the one after that, which is, I guess that one would be yours, is it not? They did do the same package that they've done with the other cancellations, which I'm sorry, if they cancel your cruise, jump all over that. I mean, you can switch out to another ship and still get a full future cruise credit. I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat. Kenneth's with us up in Pennsylvania. Hey, Kenneth. Says it's cold in Virginia. Actually, it was cold. I still have on long sleeves. I had on long sleeves last night. I dressed up last night. I wore the sport coat, but I had long sleeves on because it was a little cool on the ship, I thought. So Lizzie's with us. Hi, Lizzie. Good to see you. Carol's here. Gretchen's here. Jason's here. Jason can teach you a master class in cruising. Well, I don't know about that, but I'd certainly give it a try. Take a walk to the No Name Bar, no scooters. No, that's not going to happen. Not only is it not going to happen, it's not going to be a walk. It's going to be a get in an accessible cab and ride, because I'm at the International Pier, which is only about a quarter of a mile closer. So it's about 4.5 miles or 4 miles from where I am to No Name. No, we're not riding the scooter that far because I have no idea if that would be accessible or not. Without literally riding down the middle of the street, which I'm not going to do. So I'll take a cab down and make arrangements for him to come back and pick me up in time to get back to the ship. But yeah, definitely taking the scooter. Now I have to go through a pretty little narrow alleyway just up above the hotel and come around the back way into No Name, because I can't go the proper way through the hotel. That part isn't accessible. So I have to kind of, a little bit of rowdiness to get in there, but it's well worth it. I love Alma and them. Of course, Elizabeth's going to be there, or we'll be there soon after I get there. I might beat her there. Kenneth says, yeah, it's very cold in Pennsylvania. Cindy's with us. Good morning, gang. Chillie podcast. Yeah, my podcast is doing really well, Jason. I'm getting several hundred downloads a day on the podcast. I have not seen the income, but there's advertising on the podcast that I do get to share in. So I'm assuming that will happen soon. It won't be a whole lot, but it'll be a start. So it does not look like I'm going to go over the $100 limit for since the ads on YouTube channel this month. So yeah, you go over $100 to get a check. Well, I got checks 2 months in a row. This month doesn't look like I'm going to cross $100 unless I get some money in today and tomorrow. But anyway, that's okay. I mean, I'll get it eventually. There's a super sticker from Jason. That will help out some. That might get me closer, Jason, as a matter of fact. Air part change size. Oh, that means that I've flipped the camera again. Oh, well. Sorry about that. Chillie is crazy, but I do like Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, Ben & Jerry's. I have not had any ice cream yet because it's too cold to eat ice cream. But yeah, Ben & Jerry's is right next to Cafe Promenade. It's actually part of Cafe Promenade. The baristas, as a matter of fact, serve you the Ben & Jerry's if you want it. The three guys that do the coffee stuff. So,
They came in White House, they was dressed like that.
Hot Air Tom says, I guess I will have to take up number 2. I'm not sure what that one means. Hot Air. Nikki's with us. Hi, Nikki. Hey, everyone. Just got back from the hospital. Pre-op check and COVID test all ready for Friday's pacemaker implant. Nikki will certainly be thinking about you, darling. So, pray for your immediate recovery. So, Jason says, you donated all your points to the big fat travel guy for the hotels. Yeah, he did. I mean, that was certainly nice for Hot Air Tom. I do appreciate that. Was wonderful. And I was happy to do him a little clip there for the resort. So he and Cindy could take a look at that, see if they want to stay there or not. Hot Air says, too bad when the crew got to the locker for the walkie-talkies, they were short a few. Was Emily nearby? I don't, but she might have been. Maybe that's what that alarm was for. That was signaling that Emily had stolen a walkie-talkie again. We need to talk to those dog people with that alarm that went off on the boat here. Just go off when Emily walks out with one of those walkie-talkies. That would break her of that real quick. Gretchen says, giving her thoughts to Nikki for Friday. So is Cindy. So, Nikki, when's your next cruise? Jason says, you can function, Chillie. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of booze. I mean, yeah, in my younger years, I could do that. I'm not sure now I'd want, 7, 8, 9 drinks a day. I don't know. I'd much rather, have my couple that I really enjoy and be able to do what I want to do. So I don't mind at all drinking my Diet Cokes as a steady thing and not having the extra booze. RC beverage package price is crazy. I mean $84 a day, and that's not even the big package. So had a bottle of vodka sent to my room pre-cruise for $43, and bought the soda package for mixers and bought 2 bottles of wine. Yeah. Can you feel the love tonight? Always. Great picture and sound. I'm totally surprised. I called John this morning. John's got going to a wedding today. And I called him to check the stream because I wasn't sure. And yet it's really sound. But now we're in Cozumel. We're not at sea. So it was wavy a little. The picture, especially the picture, was wavy at sea when I went back and checked yesterday's show. Gretchen says Princess is included in the drink package in all 4 cruises I booked since the pandemic. But I drink a lot of Pellegrino and coffee besides alcohol, so I'll probably get the package even if I paid. Well, I'm if I had a package that covered more of what I drink and that it was moderately priced, of course, if it was part of the package for a cruise, that's a different story. But it was not for this cruise. Or it was not for the Freedom either. I don't believe I had a drink package on Freedom. I think I paid on. I don't know. Maybe I did have a drink package on Freedom. Maybe that was included. We don't even drink enough to use up the gratuity charge for NCL free at sea package, but it does make for a low ship bill. Yeah, it does. Then I don't really. That's the way I started cruising. Back in those days, there weren't drink packages, and I've said a lot of times before, I've had $1,000 bar bills. I never thought anything about it. But that was in my much younger years. I'd love to do the Rhine, Nikki. Much more my speed than the Amazon you had to cancel. Now that one would be an interesting comparison. Yeah, I probably would do the Rhine first also. But I don't know, doing the Amazon, that would be a unique experience. I would like that too. Cindy says, I love NCL and celebrities alcohol packages being included, and I booked most of my upcoming Carnival cruises with a code that includes cheers. Nice. Nikki says, forgot to say our Rhine cruise is in June. Gretchen says we'll be in Europe in June also. Very nice. Pittsburgh Jason says, Cindy, I tried to find you at the Havana bar. Gretchen says it gives you a lot of time to follow up on the procedure. Yes, it does. Refresh me on your Carnival cruise. I have Conquest, back-to-back 523, E22, and Paradise 11, 522. I have Horizon and MG in 2023 and Celebration in 2024. Tom, if they cancel your Escape, what will your next cruise be? Have you decided? We have 20 booked counting next week through November 24. The next cruise is a back-to-back on Pearl out of Boston to Bermuda. 2 round trips to Bermuda, June and July. I thought that was a carpenter using the circular saw. Was waiting for Jason to show up maybe with a chainsaw. 6 days Bermuda from Baltimore. Sunday, July 17th to July 23rd, 2022. Gretchen says, I thought you were thinking about taking one out of Tampa, maybe with Chillie. I'm doing one out of Tampa with Cindy. Yeah, that one on the, what did she say, the May 22nd or something like that? May 23rd. May 23rd. No, that's not the one. I'm doing Paradise. That's November 5th. I'm doing Carnival Paradise with Cindy on November 5th. That's what I'm doing. Doing a one Carnival cruise. I'm doing one cruise, going over and doing Margaritaville at sea and then coming back and doing Carnival Paradise. I think is the way it works, or vice versa. We need a pizza review on this. You know what? I'm not even sure where they have pizza on this ship, but I will find some for you, Jason. There might be pizza over here. It's behind me. I'll have to look. I haven't been up for lunch in the buffet. I know there's pizza on this ship someplace. I'll have to go. It hasn't popped in my brain that I've seen it yet, but I'll find some pizza just for Jason and do a pizza review. Yeah, we'd have some good comparisons for that. Hot Air says, I did Segway in either Cozumel or Costa Maya in 2020. Let's see Chillie do a Segway to No Name. If they still had Segways, Tom, but they canceled, they quit making them because of injuries. So those are no longer manufactured. And a lot of the Segway people now have gone out of business. So I don't know if there's Segways still here in Cozumel or not. I haven't seen them. And would I do a Segway? The problem would be with me is standing now. I mean, you're still, even though you're riding, you're standing. So that would probably be as difficult for me to do as trying to walk. Maybe Hot Air will join, Jason says. Katie says, morning, have a great time with Elizabeth. I sincerely hope to. Elizabeth and Alma and all the crew at No Name. Looking forward to it. You know, I was here once and didn't get to go. You know, I went there the first time I was here, and then I've been back and wasn't able to get in time. So I'm gonna make up for it today. And then I'm back here again Monday. So we'll see. Don't forget to like the video and smash the bell button. Thank you, Jason. I always appreciate that. Donate for the old fat guy. Well, that helps too. Yeah, Gretchen, a super chat from. Thank you, Gretchen. I do appreciate that. You guys all know that anytime you guys throw in a little money in the pot, I greatly appreciate it. Always. Hot Air says he should have a duck in Bermuda for you to find, Jason. Jason says he'll find it too. My hubby ate tons of Chunky Monkey ice cream from Ben & Jerry's on Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. Chunky Monkey. All right. If I'll do some ice cream too. I mean, I like ice cream. It's just that, you know, last night it was cold. And it might have been the air conditioning on the ship as opposed to being that cold. Although it was, I mean, I was outside a good bit yesterday. It was windy. Oh, man, was it windy. And that had a cut to it, too. It was a cold air cut. Pizza. Jason wants a pizza review. Okay, I got to go find the pizza before I can review it. That's for sure. Jason says, are you excited for the Seattle cruise? Hot Air says, I am. 21 days, Seattle and Miami, October 23rd. Katie says, we can call him Chainsaw Jason. Yeah. That's funny. Hot Air says that was a makeup for the Bliss cruise. We had the COVID canceled February 4th. Need to use the future cruise credit. I like the chainsaw comment like Jason Voorhees. I have 100 days to wait, Jason says. Pizza should be on Promenade at Sorrento's. You know what? I don't remember seeing Sorrento's on Adventure. I have to go look. Quite frankly, I do not remember seeing a Sorrento's here. I may have missed it. But yeah, I got to check on that one. Jason, show us you are taking one bite of that pizza. Okay, I will. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a pizza review and I haven't eaten it. And yes, I'll show that I'm eating it. But yeah, all the stuff I did before was it. Sonny's with us. Sonny, I've got something for you. Oh God, there goes the alarm again. Yeah. Don't go away, Sonny. That's not serious. That's just part of the thing. Last night at dinner, Sonny, I had some Mississippi mud pie just for you. And that's a piece of Mississippi mud pie. And it was awesome. I had that just because of you, Sonny. So as soon as I saw that on me, I said, hell, I got to have that. Doesn't matter what it's like. So anyway, so Sonny says, small little serving pizza right by the little sandwiches. Oh, right over here then. They've got them right behind me here at Cafe Promenade. Okay. I will do that. I will have you guys review on pizza. Well, I got to go as soon as I get things processed, get off the ship. But I will do that this afternoon or evening or sometime and have an answer for Jason. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Again, I'm going to be getting everything processed here in the next few minutes and heading to the No Name Bar in Cozumel for a little fun and frivolity. So you guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. Hopefully one day soon we'll all be on a ship together. For now, this is the old fat travel guy. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Travel and Cruise Industry News. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.